So I went to boarding school and they would ground us all the time. So I want to tell you guys about the most trouble I ever got in while I was at boarding school. It was my junior year. I had been in boarding school for about 6 months at this point. We could miss class if we were sick by going on something called sick card, where you would go to the nurse, tell them that you're sick, and then you'd either get a half day or a full day excuse. But the caveat to that was you were not allowed to leave the dorm if you were sick. You got 30 minutes for dinner or for meals in general, but other than that, you are staying in your room sick. This particular day, I had some homework that I hadn't finished and I didn't want to go to class, so I played hooky and I went to the nurse and I was able to get on sick card. So I didn't go to classes all day, and then I was a cheerleader and I had an away game that night, and for whatever reason, I was afraid to tell my coach that I was on sick card and miss the game. So I just left the building and went and didn't tell anyone where I was going, because how you left the building is you would take your card and you would write on there where you're going, who you're going with, what time you're leaving, what time you'll be back, and then you just leave. And it was a Friday night, so usually we would have check-ins, but on this night we wouldn't have check-in until later in the night, so I wouldn't miss check-in either. So I literally just left, but I didn't take my card so nobody would know I was gone. Then, bless her heart, my student life counselor, aka my adult guardian while I was at boarding school, came to my room to check on me sometime in the evening, and I was not there. She starts looking in some of my friends' rooms, asking around, has anybody seen Taylor? Has anybody seen Taylor? Trying to call me. I didn't have any service at this other school, so I didn't even know that they were looking for me. Then I finally got a little bit of service and saw that I had missed calls from the school, and I was like, great, I'm dead. I'm a dead woman. I don't call them back because I don't have service and I don't want to deal with that. I'm like, I have to figure out what story I'm gonna spin. My guardian ends up calling my dad to see if he's heard from me, because at this point I'm missing. So my dad's freaking out, texting and calling me, and I was finally able to get enough service to send him a text to let him know I was alive. I thought for sure, like, I'm expelled. I'm expelled. When I got back to the dorm, the head student life counselor is just standing there at the desk waiting on me, and I'm like literally terrified, and he ended up being like social about it and only gave me 2 groundings, not an expulsion, so that's good. There are 3 levels of grounding to the building, to your floor, and to your room. I don't remember which level it put me up to, but this story haunted me for years, and that is the most trouble I ever got into at boarding school.